Hi there, Coach Steph here, and always thank you for joining me. Today we are going to talk about best parent ever. Don't you want to be the best parent ever? I have some really great tips, 5 tips on being the best parent ever, and you're going to love them. So just before we jump into that, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment below. Okay, here we go. So number 1 on being the best parent ever is that your decisions are not based on whether you're liked or disliked on your child. Your decisions are based on the best interest of the child. So you do not want to get caught up in, is my kid going to like me or not? They're going to love that you're setting boundaries. They're going to love that you're making a safe place for them. Even if they don't love it in the moment, that is normal. So yes, number 1. Number 2, realize you are a role model. You are a role model. They are going to catch much more of what you do and how you act than what you tell them to do and act. So if you're showing up and everything has to be perfect and you're a perfectionist in every way, they feel like they're failing if they're not perfect. So even when you share with them, like when I have messed up, and let them know about those times and that it's okay. Those things help your child feel secure and feel safe. So be a role model. Model what you want them to know and learn. Point number 3. So when you speak to them or your actions towards them, it needs to be love often. You need to be able to be sharing to them on a regular basis. I love you. I care for you. You are so important in my life. Through words and your actions. How are you showing up in your actions for them? Are you annoyed at them easily when they make a mistake? Are you frustrated with them? Or are you finding places to be their cheerleader and say, hey, you're doing great. I know maybe that didn't work out great this time, but that's a part of life. We practice, we learn, we grow, and we try it again. So making your statements turn towards a positive thing, even if you're teaching them or showing them something that they had messed up in some way, spin that in a positive way. Let them know you're for them and you're on their side. Say you're sorry often. You want to be humble and let your kids know it's okay for them to be humble. If you will say you're sorry often when they make mistakes or when something goes wrong, they will have learned from you to admit their mistakes and apologize. Gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come off that way. You know, I had a bad day and I'm taking it out on you and I shouldn't have. Those simple little places where you can let them know, like, I own my behavior, helps them to own their behavior, and helps you to walk humbly together and be an encouragement for one another. Okay, so last one, point 5, connect to their heart, not their behavior. Oh, what does this mean? I actually have kind of 3 subpoints underneath of this. So when you connect to their heart and not their behavior, think of it this way. If you're connecting to them because of their good behavior, then you're going to create a perfectionist, or you're going to create a very performance-based child, because only when they're good are you happy and okay with them. So it's okay to connect with them when they're good, but if you only connect with them when they're good, you're teaching them they are not acceptable at any time other than when they're good. So connecting to bad behavior, we can do this easily without realizing it. So they get a lot of it. A child is having bad behavior and they're getting a lot of your attention. Well, if they're wanting your attention, even if it's bad attention, sometimes they can play on that. Well, at least I'm being noticed. At least my mom or my dad is paying attention now. I didn't feel like they were paying attention before. And they might not be doing it that overtly, but that happens. So again, they can start learning through bad behavior. I can get my parents' attention. You don't want to connect with them through bad behavior. That sets up a really tumultuous relationship that is just hard for all of you. And then the last one is no needs. Sometimes you connect to a child because they have no needs. You might have, a child that is just takes care of themselves, does everything, and you maybe have a child that's having some behavioral issues. And so all your attention goes to that child. If you only connect with a child because you give praise saying, oh, this is my easy child, this child doesn't ever need anything, that is also a place where you could be teaching them have no needs. Just be in the background. Don't whine or complain. Don't share my needs or my thoughts or my preferences. You can see how these things can teach them through life to show up that way as they get older and not even realize why they're showing up that way. So what we want is to connect, have heart connection with your children on a regular basis, consistent and regular basis. I love you because you are you. You are an important part of this family. Without you, we would not be the same. Thank you. Thank you for who you are. I love the way you cared for your brother in this way today. I love the way that you included your sister when you did this thing. I love the way that you make friends easily. There are gems in there, and sometimes you have to stretch your brain to find them, but they are there. And if you're missing them or you don't see them, do some hard work of discovery and figure out what are those things that light your kids up, and then speak life into those. So I hope this helps you in your parenting journey. We all want to be the best parent ever, but I know it doesn't always work out. We don't always feel that way. So grace for yourself, grace for your children, and keep practicing being the best parent ever. Thanks for being here with me. Let me know in the comments the things that you relate with or that you want to grow in. I would love to hear about that. And remember, you can find me at stephkelsey.com. Have a great day.